Alrighty, so part 5 of Master Your Mind is really the goal of flow. So we've built a base with metacognition, making our thoughts the object. Second, attention, building the strength of your attention. Third, recovery, knowing how long you can focus and what you need to recover and refuel the mind. And then reframing, how to take those unproductive, unhelpful, simplistic thoughts, make them more constructive, structured, and positive. All right. And that opens the door to part 5, which is flow. So flow state is that state where you're in your optimal performance zone, whether that is sport or music or work or in a relationship. It doesn't matter. In flow, it's a good thing. You can have up to 5 times improvement in productivity. So let's take a look at what it means to move into flow. Okay, the beauty of flow, you'll recognize it because thoughts go away. There's no thinking. In fact, you may be so deep in flow, you have no memory of what you've done. This is frequently described by athletes. Brilliance emerges in flow. All right, so it really is the goal. And for many people suffering with mental challenges, to find something that gives them flow can be a massively constructive part. In fact, I go so far as to say all education could and should be focused on helping people discover, find, and accumulate flow in life. All right, so step 1, you need a single goal. No split attention, 100% focused, and it's got to be a meaningful goal, so it demands 100% of your application. That high challenge is the start of flow. Backing off on the challenge drops flow away. And I think sometimes we've made things too easy. People, all creatures, need to be challenged. When we face challenge, we adapt, we learn, we grow, we survive, we succeed. All right, so high challenge is part 1. 2, you have defined, practiced, and visualized the skills required. So it's not like these skills magically appear. If you want to achieve a goal, you need to understand what's required to achieve that goal. You need to do the strokes, do the drills, do the training, whatever it might be, so that when the challenge presents, you've got the skills practiced and ready to go. Okay, so challenge matched by skill puts us in flow. Third, performance increases. You probably don't even notice that, but that's what happens. As you move into flow, and it can take 20 to 30 minutes, your ability to succeed will increase. Very important to protect yourself from interruption. Imagine if you've taken 30 minutes to get into flow, someone bangs on the door, you let a message through, you're interrupted. It's going to take you another 20 to 30 minutes to get back into flow. Protect your mind carefully if you want to sustain flow. And then finally, as you get into this flow state, it really is quite beautiful. Because your thinking and timekeeping has disappeared, you are completely absorbed, immersed in the role. It feels beautiful, graceful, and afterwards you feel really, really good. All right, so flow is a really important goal. Remember, you can't be in flow all day. And maybe just for those of you who are not aware of the flow concept, it came from Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, a wonderful psychologist who died just a couple of years ago. All of our team trained with Mike, a really excellent guy. This was one of his original simple ideas. You see the challenge on the vertical axis, skill on the horizontal axis, and we see flow in the top right. Now, really important to understand, as we talked about in the introduction, on the top left, anxiety, worry are fear-driven behaviors. The challenge is too high, I don't have the skills. If the challenge drops and you don't have the skills, now you're in apathy and boredom. This is the sadness is in control. And then maybe we just need to be a little bit aware. Sometimes you set too high a challenge, you become too jacked up, too demanding, too pushy and impatient, and the anger can take control. And that he termed arousal. Now, you cannot achieve flow all day. So perhaps set a 90-minute goal in the morning, at a time that suits you. Perhaps spend another half hour, be humble in the afternoon for your flow. And maybe some of you even get your flow in the evenings. And that's a time once the kids have gone to bed that you sit down, you do some of your most productive or creative work. Many great creatives have been either larks or owls. Find what works for you. And remember, the rest of the day, you want to be skillful. Control is when there's moderate challenge, but very high skill. All professionals want to be there. You want your brain surgeon to be there. And relaxation is where you are in low challenge, but very high skill. So you're relaxed, you're super confident. As a leader, demonstrating that relaxation is a very, very powerful step. So let's recreate our journey. We've talked about mastering the mind. We've done introduction. Part 1 was metacognition. Part 2, building attention. Part 3, understanding your recovery requirements. Part 4, the reframe from simplistic to constructive thinking. And Part 5, discovering flow. I really hope you found this useful. Remember, it takes work. Take it step by step. Don't try it all together. Pick one, work it for a few months, see how you go. Then maybe begin to experiment with next. Step by step by step. To be honest, I think this is a 10, 20, or maybe even a 50-year journey. Master your mind. It really is who you are at the core. Thank you for your time.